Hey guys, welcome back. If you are new around here, my name is Sandy-Kaye, and today I'm going to be going over my 20-week pregnancy update. So if you can't tell, I'm a little congested. We have colds yet again in our household. We visited some family and my mom got us sick. So that's just how life goes. But anyway, it was super exciting this week because we got our ultrasound, our 20-week ultrasound. We've got tons of pictures. I can't even show you all of them, but lots of pictures to share with you guys. I'll just share two of my favorites. So, or maybe three. So here's the little arm. You can't tell. The little arm with the little shoulder, elbow, and hand at the end. And then I thought this one was cute. So this one is just the little finger pointing. So that one's really cute. And then finally we got a portrait one, which this one's probably the best. We didn't get like a super good portrait one, but that one's pretty darn good of little baby. So it was just amazing to see the baby, and we even got some 3D pictures, which are kind of harder to see, like tell what it is. I was trying to show my parents, this is a little nose and here's the eyes, and they're like, huh? They couldn't really see it. So that was funny. But baby, boy or girl, we still didn't find out the gender. We're gonna keep it a surprise till the end. But baby had 143 beats per minute heart rate. And at this ultrasound, I did learn that I do have an anterior placenta, meaning my placenta is just in the front, which really doesn't make a big difference except for you don't feel baby as soon. And honestly, I kind of felt relieved to know that, because I haven't been feeling like super strong movements like I did with my first son, Trenner, who's now about 15 months old. So I was glad to know that baby is probably moving, and I just might not be feeling it every time. But I definitely have been feeling baby more. So yeah, that's all for the ultrasound. Everything looked good, looked healthy. I had good amniotic fluid. She said it was a 10, which is really good. I think that might be as high as you can go, but I would have to double check on that. But yeah, ultrasound, everything checked out. Nothing popped out at the ultrasound tech that something would be wrong. So that was awesome to be able to see little baby, and my favorite part was that the baby like flexed at us. Did a little flexed the arm, and I just loved that. And my son Trenner came out with like super defined shoulders, and that's something that I was like, what? Like I thought he would just come out with more rolls, but he kind of had like skinny little legs and skinny little arms. And so I mean, I know obviously the baby's only halfway at this point, but I saw the defined little shoulder, and so it made me think of my son again. So let's go through baby's development for this week. This week, here's what baby's looking like on the Baby Center app. And the baby is the size of a banana this week, so 10 inches in length and about 11.5 ounces. And this week the baby could start sucking its finger, which we did see the hand up by the baby's mouth, so it did look like the baby is possibly sucking its thumb. And even like with the pointed finger, I think it had its thumb in its mouth too, and that's how my son sucks his thumb, is he like strokes his nose with his finger and sucks his thumb. So I'm like, oh boy, we probably have another nose sucker. Nose sucker? Thumb sucker. Oh my gosh. Pregnancy brain. I literally can't talk. So what else for this week? If it's a baby girl, the uterus has now formed completely, and the meconium, which is like the first stool that the baby will have after being born, is developing right now. And then finally, the baby's starting to kick up a storm, it says right now, so you'll probably be feeling baby. And I'm not feeling like those crazy kicks yet, but definitely feeling some more movement. And usually I share with my first pregnancy my symptoms, but this week we were moving in my last pregnancy, so I skipped over week 21. So let's go through the questions for me this week. How far along am I? I am 21 weeks as of today, which is a Monday, and then total weight gain. I totally spaced weighing myself this morning, but last week I had a 7-pound weight gain, and so I'm assuming this week it's about 8 pounds or maybe 9 pounds because I ate a lot. If you don't know, we were at a family cabin in Utah with my family. We had fun snowmobiling and just had a really good time hanging out with family. But yeah, I ate a lot more than usual, so I wouldn't be surprised if I gained 2 pounds this week. And maternity clothes, yes, I am in maternity clothes, definitely. No stretch marks yet. And then how am I sleeping? Sleep has been a little more rough just with my son's molars coming in on the bottom. He has one that already poked through, and then his other left side is trying to come in right now. So he had one of the worst nights, if not like the very worst night of sleep, which resulted in me having the worst night of sleep a few nights ago. I think it would have been Thursday night. We were traveling that day, and then we were sleeping at my parents' house, and then we were gonna go up to the cabin that day. But anyway, he was in a pack and play in our room with us, and then every time, like, when I got in bed, since he knew I was in there, he's used to being in his own room, and so he would just like stand up, look at me, and cry because he knew I was right there, so he wanted me to pick him up. So that was really difficult. He woke up, he was pretty much up from 9:30 p.m. to like 3:30 in the morning, and it was just really rough. I turned to my husband and I'm just like, I can't do this. Like, I don't know what to do. Like, I can't just keep doing this. Because then when we brought him in bed with us finally, he was just like pulling my hair constantly and crawling all around the bed and crawling around me and would just like not settle down. He just kept moving, and then I always have to like cover. So I looked like I had a robe on because I put the sheet around my hair so that he couldn't pull my hair, and then I put my hand in front of my face because he like gets aggressive with his head and he can like hit me in the nose and it really hurts. So I was pretty much protecting myself from him all night. So that was the very worst night of sleep. But other than that, my son has been waking up about once, twice a night, and I mean, I'll take those nights versus like that night we had. But it definitely is rough, especially with being sick more recently. And then best moment this week, it would definitely be going and seeing the baby at the anatomy scan. Just seeing the baby like move is on the camera, on the ultrasound, is just like so reassuring and so nice to see all the little parts, all the fingers and toes are there, and just really makes it seem even more real. And then also just being with family at the cabin was obviously a big highlight for us. Missing anything? Nope, not missing anything. And movement, yes, I have been feeling baby, especially when my son is like nestled up on me, which since he hasn't been feeling great and his molars has been coming in, he's been taking more naps on me, and while he's sleeping in my arms, I can like feel the baby kind of pushing up against him on my belly. So that's kind of special. It kind of feels like they already have a little sibling bond. And then for food cravings this week, I was craving all the cookies. So cookie dough and cookies. My mom made like 3 different ones, like a oatmeal butterscotch cookie, a cowboy, I want to say it's like a cowboy cookie or something like that. My sister brought those, and I'd never had those before, but it's like pecans and coconut with chocolate chips and oats, and it's so good. And then like a chocolate peanut butter cookie. So I literally was just eating like a few cookies every day, which I don't typically do, but I was really enjoying cookies, still loving all the spicy food, the hotter the better. And I've been craving Costa Vida forever now. It's been a few months, but I haven't gotten it because I don't have a Costa Vida close. We were just in Utah, where there was obviously like one I could have gone to, but we were just busy going up to the cabin, and my mom makes good food, so I was like, oh, I don't want to stop there. But anyway, that's all for food cravings. Feeling queasy or sick this week? Yeah, not because of pregnancy, just because I've gotten a cold, and so I've gotten like really bad like sinus headaches, like right in there in my forehead, and like just super congested, sore throat, and those are like the main symptoms. So it's been like harder to fall asleep at night just because I had a bad headache. I'm actually wearing like those C-bands right now. It's not even in place right now, but that seems to help with my headache. It just puts like pressure on that point that's supposed to help with nausea or headaches, and that does seem to be helping. And gender guess, I am going with a girl still. No labor signs, which is good. And then for symptoms this week, I have just been feeling like a super heavy belly. I've now caught myself like holding under my belly, or just like, you know, rubbing my belly. It's just like, so like as it gets bigger, I feel like it's just natural to do, but like holding the bottom of it to like help carry some of the weight sometimes when I'm walking, especially as the day goes on and I've eaten more food, it just feels like it gets so much heavier. And then I've also started feeling like I need my belly band more, even when I'm walking, which is new. I just feel like the ligaments stretching, and it just feels better if I have that. And I still am running. I ran like 6 miles on Saturday, and we'll see how long I can run for. It still feels good right now, and I hope I can run for a while, but I think it was around 22 weeks with my son that I stopped running, so we will see. And then I have started sleeping with my pregnancy pillow, and it's been a little harder to fall asleep at night, but I don't know, getting cozy in that pillow seems to help a little bit. And then my belly has been super itchy, so I've now been rubbing belly oil all over. And that was actually one purchase that I got this week, is I got this rose hip oil. I don't know if you can see that, there's kind of a glare. But I got that rose hip oil. That's actually what I used for my son, this exact one, and I can link it below. But I really loved it. The only downside is that it is in a glass bottle, and so if you do drop it hard enough, it will break, which I have done. But other than that, it seemed to work really well, and I didn't have any problems with itchiness on my belly or breasts or anything while using it. And then something else on the note of just like purchases, I meant to do this in the beginning, but I also picked up some baby cloth diapers on Facebook Marketplace, but just look how cute those are. It's nice because newborn diapers, cloth diapers, are gently used because it's only like a 3-month period that they even fit in them. And with my son, I just started cloth diapering around 2 or 3 months, so now I'm excited to start from the very beginning. And now that I've done it for about a year, I have a pretty good grip on my wash routine and everything like that, so it doesn't seem so scary. And then I have been having like a pretty tight back. Like when I get in bed at night, I notice like some knots in my upper shoulders usually. And so I've been doing 40 cat and cow every night, and that's what my midwife suggested, and it really does seem to help. And then just doing like butterfly and just like different little stretches that seem to help me. I've also noticed like sore feet at the end of the day if I'm like walking on them all day. And my lips have been so dry, and I don't know if it's just because it was pretty cold up at the cabin, and if that's what like really dried them out, but I've definitely had super dry lips. But that's pretty much it for all my symptoms physically. And then emotionally, I've been just really grateful again to be pregnant, but definitely having a harder time being sick. Just wondering like, when is our family gonna stop getting sick? Because it makes sleep for my son so hard, which then makes it hard for me and my husband. So that has definitely been a challenge this week. Belly button in or out? My belly button is still in currently, but there's like a little bit of the lip on top of the belly. And my wedding ring is still on. Happy or moody most of the time? I would say happy. And then something I'm looking forward to, I would say just staying home this weekend again after traveling like 6 hours from Nevada to Utah in the car. It's a pretty long drive, and so I'm just looking forward to staying home, getting some cleaning done, and looking forward to doing a little bit more nesting of just like putting away baby clothes. Anyway, let's kick off this video with a belly shot. So here's my 21-week belly. Here's my 21-week belly from the front. Thank you so much again for watching, and I really would love to hear how you are doing down in the comments. Maybe if you're sick too, or challenges for this week, or things that are going really well for you in your pregnancy. And if you are pregnant, congratulations, and praying for all those that are trying to conceive, sending you guys all the baby dust. All right, we'll catch you guys next week. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.